Hello, everybody. This is Carol from Friendly Quail saying hello. Thanks for being with me today. If you're a subscriber, welcome back. If you're not, I hope you'll consider it after you see this video. I've had a lot of new subscribers lately, so I'll talk a little bit about that in a little while. But today we're doing part 3 of my English grammar book. I'm also going to show you some stuff that's been going on with, I gotta find it, with the other one, the writer one. Oh, I got it here. Oh, this one. So I'll show you a little bit about that. Well, maybe I'll do that first. I have been working on the signatures for this one. I usually don't work on 2 at a time, but I when I was sick, you know, I did some things and I'm feeling better. I still have some sinus stuff going on, but it's not too bad. But I do have signatures. I did use papers from the original book, and I'm figuring out how to try to keep this by putting paper and gluing it onto here. So we'll see, because that's going to be a total experiment. But I did add some things. I've got all my signatures now, and I have pressed it. I've got some, this is a light scrapbook paper. This is some mulberry paper, and I've got one of those in each of the signatures. And I did rip a lot of the pages. The ones from the book were ripped with a ruler, so they're not quite as ripped, you know, but the other ones I ripped by hand. And I used Distress ink on them so that I have this look on the pages. I thought that looked pretty good, you know, because it's like this was a Pompeii picture. So anyway, that's that one. And I am now working on this. I'm trying to get some things done for pockets and that type of thing. And with this being an English grammar book, and it's from 1888 copyright, but this one is probably, it says 1899 on the inside of the cover right here, real light in pencil. So I showed you some things I was doing with this already, you know, but I did add a couple of pages from the math book. I ended up cutting them off and reattaching them together. And I've got a couple of little things, like I did a little peekaboo, like Anna, I keep saying Anna, my granddaughter, made by Greneth, her peekaboo. I love those. And I put a little whale tail on there. And I've been working on some pockets. Now, I had a book called Best Friends. It was a Hallmark book from, I don't know when, but I got it at a thrift store. It was, you know, a lot cheap. So what I did is I took some of the pictures and I put them on cardstock, a heavier cardstock. And now I'm going to put them in as pockets or tuck spots, kind of, but it'll be like a pocket. So I'm going to put like this one here. I'm going to add glue around the edge to where it goes in and put that on this page. Okay. So it's now glued from here to here and down here. And so I'll be able to stick stuff in here. I don't want to do it till the glue's dry, but, you know, to get it all the way in there. But I thought I'd do a few more of those today and work on some other things. Like I'm going to have this in the signature, so that's going to be done. So let's work on that. I want to put some things on these, and I also want to, I'll be making cards for in there. But this will actually be sewed into the signatures, and I want to decorate them up a little bit. So let's see what I can find. I've got all kinds of stuff out here like this. This is things that I have for collaging, or, leftover stuff. So I'm going to, let's see, take, like, these are really, I'm going to put this on here. Let's see if I can rip it. It's just going to kind of cover up some of that. And so that I've got something behind on here. And I'm thinking I need something else. Let's see, what else do I have? I could put some dark stuff behind it. Maybe even a little bigger. Let me get a pencil here. Let's see if I can do that. Anyway, I was trying to take advantage today of my husband being gone, because he always talks and, stuff like that. So we'll see. He's was going to a doctor's appointment and then to his sister's house. So what would that be like on there if I could put that and then this on top of it? That might be good. I got a little dot on each side. We'll just start doing that. Okay, so I think why I've been getting a lot of new subscribers is because of my Christmas journal, because that has gotten so many views. And I haven't because of being sick, I haven't done much. And I'm still getting subscribers, so I only can assume that they're seeing that. You are seeing that, and then coming and seeing what else I'm doing. So welcome if you're new. And I am a retired teacher. So the teacher in me loves teaching about things. Ugh, I didn't get that straight. I just love teaching things, and this kind of is an extension of that. And I really love showing people how to do things. And I'm retired. I don't live where I used to. I don't have as many friends. Well, I have lots of friends, but they're not here. So I do this to have fun and keep busy and connect with other people who like to do the same things I do. So I don't have any friends who actually junk journal, who are physical friends. I only have my online friends. I'm thinking I'm going to put a little Tim Holtz girl on here or something. Maybe. I think I will. I've got my new tweezers that clips, and you don't have to hold it. You have to hold it to put it on. Anna, made by Grinnell Fellows, uses this, and I finally ordered a couple of them. And so I am able to place her and then take it off, and I've got her lined up. Okay, now of course I need a label or something. I pulled out, let's see if I've got in here or what. I just pulled out some different things that I thought I might be using. So I need to see what else can I use. I want something like that, or I'm actually using a lot of neutrals in this journal. I was trying to figure out, you know, it's not really a theme, but because of the book that it is, and it seems more like a school thing or whatever, I thought I really want to keep it with like kids and school and that type of thing. So yeah, let's see. I'm going to hold off on that for a minute because I know I have another pack of labels in here. I was working on getting ready for this. It took me a whole day just to go through my things to see what I might be able to use. Should have paused you while I'm looking for that. But anyway, I had books like pictures like this from the book, and I copied a bunch of them. And where is, okay, but I'll have to go back and put a label, as like Anna said. Do I want a label on there? Huh, who am I kidding? Of course. So I'm going to be doing that too. But it's driving me nuts. I have too much stuff all over the place. And I'm trying to find, oh, here they are. I knew I had them. I have some labels and things, and I might have to get out some number labels too, but what's this one says? Special, adjective, something out of the ordinary. Do I want that? Do I want that? Is that too much? Holding off. I'm going to put something on here. Okay, let's see now. What can I put on here? I have a book. It's a book that I dyed a bunch of pages in. And it's not the best story. It was one of those dollar store books. When I first started working on junk journals, one of the things I did was take dollar store books, and then I would, let's see, I think I'm going to rip it down here because there's a bigger paragraph down here. I would use like cover with fabric or something, the dollar store cover. I wouldn't put it in the book, but I would do it like I was just using that instead of a board or cardboard. So I wouldn't do that anymore. Now I use the actual book as the cover, or I make my own. But you know, when you first start, you see somebody do something and you just kind of copy it. And someday I should do okay, I have to make it smaller, about half an inch maybe. The things that I bought or got when I first started that I wouldn't get anymore, But it seems like there's a lot of, I should have done this on the other one too, that there's a lot of fads kind of that go along when you're junk journaling. So like everybody will be using napkins, and then all of a sudden nobody's using napkins and that type of thing. So I still like to use napkins. I'm going to just put a little bit of this on the edge, kind of rub it on, because I forgot to do that. And just kind of do that. Anyway, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do some of that stuff anymore. I still use napkins sometimes, but it really gets to be like a fad, and everybody does something, and then I would go out and get the stuff to do it, and I would do it, and then I'd move on to something else. And I think I watch fewer people now than I did in the beginning. But I still watch other people, and I get ideas from them. But I kind of have developed a little bit more of my own style. So, let's see. I think I'm going to just put a couple of tags on there, and I'll do something with this side that's a little more. So, but I just, you know, now you kind of develop your own style after a while, and I still get ideas, and I still try new things, but I don't go out and buy stuff as much anymore. I probably get more stuff out of my a thrift store, or my, you know, I just use the stuff I've already got. I use things out of books, pictures, and stuff like that. Now I don't worry as much about what the fad is, I guess. Sorry for the noise. I had to get out this to get the glue that's sticking out. Okay, and so I just don't use certain things as much anymore. And I do have tons of stuff that I save for when I am working on collaging or whatever. And I don't know if I've showed you this recently, but I have these plastic folders. They snap shut, and I keep things I think would be good for collaging or for using on tags. And I've got like a bunch of them, and I pulled some of these things that are in here out of that. So what else? Now on this side, I had some that I wanted to use. No. See what happens when you have too much stuff. That's why I only pulled out a few things. But I was working on this the other day, and here's what I was looking for. I think I'm going to put this over here. So let's see. I'll rip that off. I'll rip it this way first. These look sort of like typewriter keys. And it's an old piece of scrapbook paper that I had coffee dyed. Let's see. Here it is. I couldn't see where my mark was. All right. So anyway, I've been on YouTube for a couple of years. I don't have a huge number of subscribers, and that's okay, because I just do this because I like to do it. And I'm not out to make money or, you know, become this famous person or anything like that. So, I just, like I said, I just do it because I like to do it. So I'm glad you're here, because I appreciate all my subscribers and people who actually watch me and like what I'm doing. And hopefully you can learn something from me. I'm so excited that I'm not feeling so yucky anymore. I hadn't had a cold for years, and then I got really sick. And I had another little guy or something over here. Let's see. It doesn't show up very good on there unless I put them on something else. And that's too busy. Oh, man, I got too much stuff, like I said. Maybe I should just put them on a piece of paper like this. Maybe if I do this, I will make them a little darker. I can actually go over them totally and make them more sepia looking. Okay, so let's see. I can rip a piece to put them on that then I can put on here. Okay. So I hope everybody's well and you're not going through what I went through with one of these awful colds. I went to the doctor last week, not for my cold, but just for a regular thing that I had to go in for. And he listened to my lungs. He said, your lungs are clear. That this cold just seems to hang on for people. And that it just might take a couple of days or a couple more weeks till I feel 100%. Every day it gets a little better. I'm going to put these little girls on that paper. There's a lot of the things that I have that have a dog on it too, like a little boy and his dog. I'm going to put this kind of crooked. Okay. And then put it on here like straight. So there'll be some dogs in here too. And I had kind of felt that that theme was developing as I started it. Sorry if I went out of frame there, putting the glue on. Okay. I'm going to grab some numbers out, if I can find them quickly. It's surprising me how much I think that I should have. I use butterflies and flowers a lot, and I didn't want to do that in here because it just seemed like it's too much for kids. I want more kids stuff. And sorry. Where are my numbers? There's some little things I might be able to use. I got 3 of these plastic containers with ephemera boxes in. Here they are. I got these. I want some of those. Maybe some of those. I got some words. My numbers. Knew they were in there somewhere. Sorry about that. Okay. Let's see here. Now, if I darken that, or do I want a white one? A lighter one? Okay. So, I'll have to show you some of the other pockets and things that I'm doing. I'm going to just kind of scrunch this up a little bit more. And this one I'm going to grunge up the white numbers. Okay. I might go back up to the front then and figure out what to put on that one. Put it on a little angle. Number 9, number 10. Maybe that's their ages. I don't know. It's just fun. It just looks good. Let's see here. These are some numbers that or some things that I use one of those little, you punch them and they put letters in they're plastic. And then I copied them. And I've got black and white, and I've got red. So if anybody would like a copy, if you send me your email address, I can put mine down below so you can do that. And I could send you a copy of it because it's not anything that's copyrighted or anything. It's just something I did. I think I'm going to put some words on this front here. The red ones are mostly Christmas, and then these are just word snippet things that I made up. And they actually turned out pretty good considering. Tell your story. Yeah, I'll just put that right in the middle there. All right. It says, tell your story. That's a nice sentiment for in a journal. Okay. Got one more side to do. I'll put some of these behind me. I do have a lot of neutrals, but I also do have, because the cover has some blue, I'm putting some blue in it. So I'm going to pull out a couple of blue things in case I want to use something like that. You know, you get so many supplies, and you just end up with so much stuff you can't possibly even remember everything that you've got. So I don't buy a whole lot anymore because of that. Although I do have a bunch of digitals that I hardly ever use anymore. But these numbers and things are from digitals, and I can reprint them as much as I want. So I figured that was worth it because I have some lots and lots of, well, I should have done this. Lots of I had bought Tim Holtz stuff, and I still buy the Christmas stuff sometimes, but I haven't bought much of his other stuff anymore because I can do a digital and I can print it off and I can use that over and over and over. So let's put that on. And we'll put our little dream on here. Okay. I'm getting stuff stuck on my arms. Now I'm going to let this dry. This will be in the middle of the signature, and then I'll be decorating these to go in here. I'll hold off on that. I want to show you some of my other pockets. Otherwise, this will just get way too long. Okay, let's see what else. Oh, another thing I made for this book. It's over here. I took this punch. It's a 3-inch scalloped edge punch, and I punched out papers. I have a cardstock front and papers in the middle, and I've done this before. You saw that one of these in my other journals I've made, and it's in my sample journal too. But you can flip this around and you can write in here. And I like to hang it out of a pocket. Like if this was a pocket, I could put that something in the pocket, and then I can put this in front of it, just kind of hang it over the edge. This one might be too small, but you know, I would kind of do that, and I'd have something else in the pocket behind it. So I did take all the papers and do the edges with distress, and I'm going to put some things. I've got this is a brad that says A on it, like a typewriter A. I think what I'm going to do is put some of these little things over it. And what I do is I like to cover up the brad points so that it doesn't move anymore. It holds it in place. Okay. And I need some other things on here. This looks like calisthenics or something. Well, let's go over onto this side. Maybe this looks like a little flashcard. Well, let me just figure out how I'm going to do this. And this talks about botany. And this just has numbers on it. Like it's math. That's kind of big. Maybe a smaller one. I'm just kind of putting some things on and overlapping them. I just dropped this. Something like that. I kind of like that blue on there. So let's see. I'll put that on. If this was a botanical journal or something, I usually have some really pretty cardstock or something with a bird on it on the cover. But this one isn't, so these I already have distressed. All right, and I want that to kind of go over. It says botanize, to study plants, to examine the vegetable kingdom, to search for plants with a view to observe and analyze them. Because that's something you do in school. I was a science teacher for a while in 7th grade, and I used to love to take them out. There was woods right next to our school, and we'd look for certain types of things when I was teaching about plants. Okay, let's see, what else? Or do I want a word on there? I'd rather have an uneven number of stuff, and I only had 4. So if I put this word on and then I put the little circle on, that'll be better. Then just having, oops, four things. And I'm going to do some stuff on this side. We want another one of these. Something red. Maybe like that. Doesn't have to be perfect. I'm going to have to fill up my glue bottle. I buy refills, a big bottle of refill for my art glitter glue, and it's getting kind of down by the end here. Maybe I want something a little different. Maybe a number. I don't want to totally cover up those guys that are doing their calisthenics there. That reminds me of old gym class. Okay. There. So now that's done, and I can put that in a pocket. And let's get back to this. So we were in signature 1, and we put this in here, and this will go in the middle like this. And let's see, kind of threw some things in here. I have lots of decorating and things to do yet. To decorate those, let me get to the other pockets. I'll put something on here. That's a flip out. I'm already at 41 minutes, so I'm probably going to do one more and then I'll go off. This is another one that I'm going to put. I'm going to put that on here because of the writing is on that one. Little boy and a dog, and they're looking in the water, and I'm going to cut part of it off straight, and then I'm going to take and fussy cut it. So it'll be like that. And what I'm going to do is cut out around the little boy and the dog. So all of this takes a lot of time. And that's why you can't do it all on camera. I have been working on some tags. As long as I've gone this long, I may as well show you a little bit what I'm doing with a couple of tags to go in these types of things. Although I want kind of plain things in here. So here we have the little boy and his dog. And I'm going to distress that. So before I was a junk journaler, I was a quilter, and for many years, and I did lots of different, not only sewing things, but, or, you know, quilting, but oh my gosh, every type of needlework that you could count on. I think the only thing I didn't do is bobbin lace. And that I had a kit for, and then I finally gave it away. Just, I loved learning how to do all of that stuff. So, well, let's let that dry, and I'll show you a couple of these. I took some, I had this cardstock that was printed on one side, and I'm going to make a tag out of it. So I will be cutting off the top, and it's thick enough that you can write on the back, and I think it's thick enough to just be a tag just like that. I won't have to put anything else on it. It's something I got, you know, sometimes you can go and you get, like, it was by card for making cards or something. And I'll put this little boy and his dog. And you'd buy a pack at the dollar store or whatever. I just bought something like that not too long ago from another one. So I'm just kind of getting the white off the edges here. This is a Tim Holtz thing. And I still do like the people. I know some people don't like it. They go, oh, who is that? Well, it doesn't have to be anybody. But what I think I'm going to do with this one is put this, and then this, and then I'll put him on. But I think I want the writing to show. And then I can put him on so that maybe this is by his neck. It says True Nature's Child. I like that. Okay. I'm going to start with this. This was some that I coffee dyed and then I laid a stencil on top of it. Just laid a stencil while it dried. The stencil was all stars, so it left stars. Now this has to go not quite to the edge and not quite to the bottom. And I'll probably sew around the bottom of, or around this one, because I like to do 10. I think they look more finished if you sew around cards, tags, and journal cards. Now this has to go up. See if that's good. Maybe a little more. And then I'll put this little guy on. It'll be easy enough to kind of pull that stuff out last night thinking, what do I want to put on there? Because it takes so long to make up my mind when I'm on camera. So I hope that's okay with you. And the dog will be here. We'll get that by his neck. And he's on the card. Oh, we need to make him a little straighter though. All right. And then I'll cut the tag corners. I always use a card. Do I want only a little bit? I have it cut on both sides, so I can just slip it over and do this. And put, I think, an eyelet in there. And I will distress the card. And I will have to make sure the little dog's legs are down because it seems like they're coming up. See, I think something like this wouldn't be as good in one of these, but in maybe a different kind of pocket. And use more plain things in here. I don't know. We'll see. Like this. I've got cards like this. That's Tim Holtz stuff. And that's more plain. So I could do a couple of little things in there. Periodic table of the elements. Something like that. And put him in something that's a little more plain. So I will be sewing around it and putting eyelet. So I think I'm going to stop there because I think I'm almost at 50 minutes and that's really long. So I'm going to end and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for being with me today. Love you guys. Bye.